When did you realize strict parents create the best liars? My parents had one non-negotiable rule about dating. Absolutely not until college, or they would ship me off to my grandmother's house in rural Montana, where the nearest boy my age lived 40 miles away. They had already threatened this twice when they caught me texting guys from school. After they confiscated my phone for a week and made me write a 5-page essay on why teenage romance destroys academic achievement, I was completely desperate. The problem was that I was hopelessly infatuated with Adrian, the smartest guy in my AP history class, and I was running out of time because he was transferring schools at the end of the semester. I carefully analyzed their exact wording of the rule. They specifically said no dating and no boyfriends, but they never mentioned anything about academic partnerships or study groups. This became my loophole. I approached my parents with a proposal for a peer tutoring exchange program where I would help struggling students with English while receiving advanced help in subjects like calculus and history. I emphasized how this would strengthen my college applications and demonstrate leadership skills. What I didn't mention was that Adrian would be my primary tutoring partner. My parents were thrilled and immediately extended my after-school privileges specifically for tutoring activities, allowing me to stay out until 8 p.m. for these educational purposes. For the next month, Adrian and I met 3 times a week at the library, coffee shops, and eventually each other's houses when parents weren't home. We genuinely did study together, but we also made out constantly and had deep conversations about everything except academics. When my parents checked on our progress, I showed them my improved calculus grades and Adrian's essay improvements. The system worked perfectly until something completely unexpected happened. Our fake tutoring program actually transformed both of us into academic monsters. Adrian, who had been struggling with writing, suddenly started producing essays that made our teachers weep with joy. I discovered that explaining complex literature concepts to him helped me understand them more deeply than I ever thought possible. Within 6 weeks, we had both raised our GPAs so dramatically that other students started begging to join our study group. Then came the twist that changed everything. Adrian's parents, who were getting divorced, decided he needed to move to California immediately instead of at the end of the semester. He had 3 days before leaving forever. I was devastated, but I also realized something terrifying. I had become so academically successful through our sessions that I was now ranked number 1 in our entire class. Without Adrian, I'd be single and back to my old mediocre academic ways. Then the guidance counselor called my parents to inform them that their daughter was suddenly the frontrunner for valedictorian. During that phone call, she made a fatal mistake. She enthusiastically praised our innovative romantic partnership approach to academic excellence and mentioned how our couple dynamic had created such incredible results. When my parents heard the word romantic, everything exploded. That evening, my parents stormed into my room with suitcases. "Pack your bags," Dad said. "You're going to Montana tonight. So you've been dating this boy the whole time while lying to our faces?" Mom screamed. "You manipulated us into helping you break the one rule we cared about most." I panicked and blurted out the truth. "Wait, you cannot send me away now because I am literally about to become valedictorian of my entire graduating class." I showed them my current GPA, my SAT scores that had jumped 200 points, and the stack of college recruitment letters that had started arriving. "This academic partnership thing actually worked," I explained desperately. "I am ranked first in a class of 400 students. I have been accepted to every college I applied to, and 3 of them are offering full scholarships." Dad stared at the papers in disbelief. "You turned lying to us into becoming the smartest kid in school?" "Adrian is gone forever anyway," I added. "He moved to California yesterday. The relationship is over, but I am still going to be valedictorian because of what we built together." After the longest silence in human history, Mom finally spoke. "You manipulated us into helping you become the most successful student this school has ever produced." They called off Montana, but grounded me until graduation. Except for school and the tutoring program I now had to actually run since 12 other students had signed up. 4 months later, I gave the valedictorian speech at graduation. Adrian and I are still in touch, and who knows what will happen in the future. For now, I got into Harvard with a full scholarship, and my parents still brag to strangers about their daughter who accidentally became a genius while trying to get a boyfriend.